Hey, what's going on, guys? We're here with some gameplay footage of Black Ops 3 Beta. Very, very excited for this game, and I have a very special guest here with me today. Everybody, this is Daffy. I'm sure you remember him from previous videos, but he's here with me doing this commentary.
What's going on, everybody?
So we're just gonna do like a quick first thoughts kind of idea on this gameplay here, and let you guys know what we think of the beta. And you can leave some comments down below what you thought, if you agree with our thoughts, and what you'd like to see in the complete game. And we'll be giving our thoughts as well. So we'll start off with some good things. I'll let Daffy start off. What did you like about the beta the most? What stood out to you above everything else?
The traditional feel of Call of Duty, I felt like Treyarch brought it back to the feel of Black Ops 2 and the feel of futuristic of how Advanced Warfare tried to do it, but they just made it so much better.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. Because I know myself, like Advanced Warfare was pretty crazy, and like if you didn't play it all the time, you would kind of fall behind everybody. So I'm really glad that they brought traditional back. Just because, for me, I can't play all the time, and I know like you can't either. So it's hard to keep up with the pace of those people that just are on all the time, right? So I'm really glad that they brought the traditional aspect back, and they kind of mixed some futuristic as well, like you said, with the double jump. I like to compare it to Destiny's double jump. It doesn't go too high, and it's not too crazy, and the movement is very smooth. On the double jump and the slides. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do feel that it is similar to Destiny's because I am a fan of Destiny. I don't play it as often as I would like to. But besides the point is, I feel like the movement is so smooth because there is a short break with the meter. Is if I slide, I can't just get up and wall run or run away as quickly as you can in Advanced Warfare. So I feel like they did that purposely. So they force the gunfight if you do slide and get around the corner. So that person has to kind of like chase you.
Yeah, exactly. And wall running is something that they brought into this game that I think is really cool. It's like a good way to sneak behind an enemy without them noticing. Also a good way to kind of escape a gunfight if you're smart with it. What are your thoughts? Like, what did you find you used it for the most? And can it be changed in any way from how they did it so far?
I don't think it should be changed at all. I feel like they did it very well. I do like the fact that that they brought it back where if you're wall running, if you run it to the enemy, you both fall unless you're quick enough to hit your X button to grab onto the wall quick enough. But besides the point is, I like the fact that you can actually shoot someone while you're wall running, or even shoot not in front of you, but even to the side of you, just to like protect yourself. And I used it mostly just to get to one side of the map to the other. I'm trying to avoid detection because I like to play very sneaky, and that benefits my play style in many ways.
Yeah, for sure. And in the beta, they gave us, I believe it's four multiplayer maps. They gave us this.
Yes.
They gave us Stronghold, Evac, Combine, and there was one other with like the map with the waterfall. It's like a
Yeah, I forget that map.
yeah. I
That was
can. It
one of
was
my very least favorite.
yeah. It was that was a tough one to play. They added another cool feature actually, bringing that up with that map. You can shoot underwater.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can swim as well.
A very good feature that I like that they did because previous Call of Duties did not enforce that, and I feel like with this with the upgraded consoles, it's so good because you can go underwater and swim, and if you stay under for too long, I like that it kills you and it starts to drown you, but then I do like that you can swim and shoot underwater because it just makes it so much like more fun filled instead of always being on dry land.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember when I got the first time I killed somebody underwater, I was freaking out. I was like, "Holy shit! I didn't know you could do that. Like, that's awesome, right?" So, it's a really cool feature that they brought in, and that map specifically had a couple spots with water that in order to get from that section that you were in, you had to swim underwater to get to the next section, which I thought was really cool. I'm sure it will get pretty frustrating to have somebody hiding under the water and all of a sudden they pop up and you're dead, right? So, but that's every game that comes out. So.
Yeah, that's why it's one of my very least favorite because I would be one of those kids that would hide in the water, jump out, and then kill someone and then swim away. But then I hate it when it was used against me. And I do like that they added that because it gets you from one side of the map to the other, um, very smoothly instead of having to wrap all the way around to the objective. Let's say in domination, you could just swim in the water, get to where you need to go, and then just leave to the other side if you're losing another objective.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that right now they have it where you can't see their name if they're in the water. You can see them, but you can't see their tag. So I think that's a good idea as well. But if you're both underwater, you can see the tag.
Yes, I do
Yeah,
like that so
yeah.
far. It kind of contributes to my play style, and that's why I'm a fan of it so far.
Yeah, exactly. And like you and I both, like we rely on our ability to kind of sneak around the enemy and not have to just kind of run gung ho into a gunfight. I know we all love to do that, but it's all about getting behind and sneaking around, right? So
And talking about gung ho, I do have to say that all the guns in the game so far are fairly balanced, and even during the game, like the Man of War, which you started off with in the beginning, a slow fire rate, high damage, so you have to be accurate. It contributes to gun skill. The ARK is the first assault rifle. Fast fire rate, low damage, contributes to gun skill because it does beat the Man of War at times if you're accurate. But the submachine gun Razorback, it feels like the ACR from Modern Warfare 2. It was overpowered shooting across the map, but they did reduce it during the beta where it is actually like a submachine gun now.
yeah, exactly. And right now I'm using an LMG, the BRM, I believe it's called, and I was a huge fan of this gun. Myself, just because I love LMGs. I love having a lot of bullets. They have a lot less bullets than previous Call of Duties. I remember Modern Warfare 3 submachine guns had about 100 bullets in a clip. This one has 75, so they kind of lowered it a little bit. I'm not sure about the other light machine guns because they only gave us the one. I believe they gave us another one, but it was low damage, high fire, so I wasn't a huge fan of that. But this one was pretty solid. I was able to get those long range kills. Short range, however, I did like that they reduced the damage and the ability to use that gun just quite a bit. Actually, I was losing quite a few gunfights if I was fairly close to them, just because it wasn't doing enough damage in short enough time.
Yeah, so I feel so far the guns are balanced, just how MW2 guns were very fairly balanced, and even Black Ops 2 guns were fairly balanced. Each gun had a cancellation, just like, excuse me, the ARK's cancellation is the Man of War. Um, so it all depends. It contributes to gun skill, but one gun that I feel like is overpowered is called the MA-A7 in this game. When I unlocked it, it's a one burst to the chest or basically anywhere on the body. Um, and the MA-A7 is the MA-A1 from Black Ops 2, but it's just a little bit too overpowered.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think that kind of brings it back. There's always one gun in every Call of Duty that's just way overpowered. So, getting on the topic of things that we didn't really like, what are your least favorite things about the beta, and what do you think they should change when the game comes out in November?
Um, One thing I do think they should change, which majorly made me frustrated so much, is stuns. I feel like the stun radius is one, way too wide, and two, way too powerful. In previous Call of Duties, I was able to get stunned and actually see enemies, and I couldn't react as quick as I wanted to, but I was still able to get the kill or even shoot. But in this game, or at least the beta so far, once I got stunned, I couldn't see, or I wasn't able to shoot or move at all.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember from previous MW3, I believe it was, stuns were pretty much useless. I mean, like, you had to be right next to it in order for it to affect you, but these stuns in this game, they just hit you from so far away. Like, maybe realistic to a stun grenade used in actual warfare, but not very Call of Duty like, and I was not impressed with it at all.
Yeah, and I do have to say one thing talking about blast radius and which was useful is the grenades in the game. When I first day I played the beta, you weren't on yet, but the grenades blast radius was so bad that you could throw a grenade and I could be 25 yards away, let's just say, and I would still either get hurt or die from it. But then when you got on, they did reduce the radius of it, and they became more useful and less underpowered.
Okay, yeah. So, but at the same time, I think it's definitely still. I don't know. Like previous grenades, the frag grenade in Black Ops 2, if there was one, I cannot remember if there was. I think there was just a Semtex, but
No,
there
there
was
was a frag.
there was a frag. Okay, I found them not too useful. Same with the MW3. You had to charge the frag for it to be useful and blow up like where you wanted it to. I found that the same in this game. I didn't like that I had to charge my frag all the time before I used it, kind of thing. Like it would just sit on the ground. It felt like for a couple minutes before it exploded. It just took forever, you know. So
Yeah, and just bringing it back to from the beginning, I just feel like overall they brought back the feel of the old Call of Duties, and so far they did great.
yeah, for sure. I'm loving the way this game has turned out, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in November when the complete game comes out. See what the campaign looks like, and zombies, of course. You know, zombies is a huge hit with everybody, so I know we all love that, and we can't wait for it, man. And super excited about the beta, and really loving the way it looks.
All right, well that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, man, we'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of Daffy on this channel, let him know in the comments. I will link, jeez, I can't talk, his comment, or his channel in the description. There we go, I got it out. And leave him some love there and watch his videos. We'll see you guys later.
Peace out.